Hello, this is Sher. Thanks for popping by. I just thought I would do some different coloured turquoise, light and dark, and use some bubble over the top, and then put some of the swirly stencils that I've cut out. But this is actually gone quite thick. That's the downside of living in a hot climate. However, this will be fairly fluid, so I can just mix it in. That's the Semco, as is this gorgeous colour. And this is the tropical teal from El Dorado. So I don't want it too thin on the plate. Now, pardon my bruises on my arm. Old age, I bruise very easily. I can just be getting something out of a drawer. I bump myself, it just bruises. The joys of getting old. However, you can't keep a good woman down, that's for sure. So I'll just sort of leave it fairly thick like that. Just spray off the surplus. And thank you everybody for your kind comments. It's very nice of you. All very positive. So thank you. Much appreciated. Oh, I'm not supposed to be doing that. See, I'm getting carried away with myself. I'm supposed to be putting the bubble on first. See how soft it's going to get. So that's a tried and true piece. I think it's had its use by date. This is a larger bubble. Oh, that's nice. And of course this is a smaller bubble. And this is a long bubble which I haven't used before. Should be interesting. Oh, might go the other way. Give it a bit of a crisscross. Right, okay. Now I can put my stencils on. So. Put those there and there. Use just that outside edge on there. And this one, I'll use that there. Well, we'll see how we go. And I'm using some of that jelly paper. Oh, that's pretty colours. And I might just do another one just to pick up a little bit more in between the stencils. Because I shall go over with black, which I've been playing with a bit of black acrylic paint earlier. That's all stuck down my fingernails. And that's a little bit more, but that can be a background for something else. So, what do I do with my black? Here we go. want too much there. But it's fairly liquid. See how we go. And of course this gel press plate, goodness me, it's so sticky. Got inbuilt suction. Oh, rats. Oh, it's got inbuilt suction until you get it caught on the brayer. Okay. Well, that one hasn't got anything on it, so I'll just pop these in here. You do need to give these plastic ones a rinse. Gosh, it's got a bit messy now, hasn't it? Because it when you come around to pushing it, using it again, if you've got some old paint on, it will come off on your plate, which is not the best, I have to say. So let's pull that there, see what it looks like. Right, well, I can build up on that, so as they dry off we can come back and we can do some more. And I just might pull that there so that we can clean off. Oh yeah, that takes quite a bit. So sometimes those ghost prints are much nicer. But the stencils are the gestural movements that I've done with a Sharpie pen, and then I cut out. There's a little video that I posted a few weeks ago that shows me doing that, and yeah, you can have a bit of fun doing it. Okay, I'm going to wipe this clean, and I'm actually going to use a baby wipe, and then that'll clean it up really quickly. And trying to keep this one fairly clean instead of getting all crusty, which I don't mind it getting all crusty, but while it's fairly new I shall attempt to keep it tidy. So might not last too long, however, we'll see how we go. So this next one, I'm actually going to use geometric shapes. So I've got all these ones here. And I'm going to do a line of colour, which I'm going to do some reds. And I'll use some of the bubble again. And do a few squiggles. And then I'll... what am I going to do then? I'm going to put these on. And then I'll do a... I've got a purple about, I'll do something like that and pull and see how we go. So, okay, so I'll just move this bubble over that side so I can get to the paint. And I have Scarlet Lake. Oh gosh. And I might put a little bit of, just a hint of gold in the centre. Oh, look, see, Look what I've done. Crikey. Natural talent. Okay. What is that? Interesting when you go to a larger plate, that even though it's only a few centimetres larger, you have a memory that still runs to the shorter one, so I have to keep remembering to do the edges. Okay, right, so we've got it. Now I don't mind that's still got some wet turquoise, that'll be interesting. I think the bubbles are just about gone on this one. Right. This is just random, as you no doubt gathered by now. Like the shape. Okay. I'd like to add a little bit there. Perhaps. So, see how we go, and I'll just sort of Well, I don't know what it's like in your part of the world, but it's supposed to be autumn here, and it's over 30 degrees at the moment, and it's in the afternoon. So I was out yesterday and came back at 4 o'clock and it was still 35, which is pretty warm for this type of year. Oh gosh, I like that. Look at that. Nice. So these can go in the little dish here for a soak. You could probably actually stamp on these because look at all that lovely wet paint on there, but if I did it at the moment I'd get even grubbier. Right, so see how that looks. Well, I actually might. Now that was that way, so I might turn it up that way and put it down there. But before I do that, I'm actually going to, I'm just going to do it just to see how it looks. You just got to be adventurous, I think. So some will be doubled up and some won't be. Gosh, that's nice with that little bit of gold. Right. So what I'm going to do is, I have a stencil here, this one here, and I'm actually going to put some black down, and I'm going to do some black, and I have some, actually I've got some smaller ones here, so I've got these and these and these. So I shall give this a little wipe, and we'll just keep going. I think I could stop and start, but you know me, I could probably turn you off and be prattling for another hour and watch myself. Right. So, a little bit of black. I only want a little light coat. Ooh, she says. Right, this is, I punched this out and then I cut this one out. So I'll over that, lap that a little bit, because I don't actually want that framework in it. So I'm just going to be cautious about where I press. So I'll see if that sticks. Okay. So I'll have a few little squares up there. Down. A few of these little lines here and a few of these little dots. Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. excuse me. I shall edit that out. Okay, so I might have a few more little squares down here. A few little lines going that way, a few little dots going that way. Right, and then I might do a whole page, a whole piece of gold on it. We're trying to sort of pick up a few little bits here, just to sort of go over the edge. So that's what we've got so far. Okay. So I'll pull this off. Pull these off. And pull this off. And of course, nothing goes to waste. Oh, look at that. Rather like that. And of course, we'll have to use the quinacridone. There's our gold. Gosh, this bottle's been empty for ages, but still it's a bottle that keeps on giving, I have to say. You only need a little bit. Nice and lovely. There's not really much of the pulls that I don't like, and I enjoy everybody's pictures that the images that they share on the webs, on the Facebook sites, whichever one you're on. I look at lots and they're all marvellous. And look, I'm happy to show my duds, no problem with that. I work for progress, not for perfection. So anyway, see how this looks. She says in a loud voice. Okay, well, you can always do something with that. So now I'm going to put some gold on there, and I'm not going to worry about cleaning that up, and I'm going to just put some squares on the top. Put a square stencil, and look, I made virtually all my stencils. I did have a few, bought a few in the early days that I had for many years from my lots of card making and book making. Oh, I still make books. Oh, that little lump of something is. And there's some fabulous ones, and some that are just absolutely amazing are from PM Studios. Gosh, they're just fantastic. Those really quite different. So if you're not into making your own, they have an incredible selection. Right. How that looks with that there. I see it, well, not terribly well, but I will go over that with Sumi ink and just do a little outline of it. So I shall pull that off there. Put that over. Gosh, I've got some cleaning to do by the time I finish. I'll get this black one. Full. Just clean that up there. heap of gold, but some. So I'll just put I'll just put that over there so I don't stick. Gosh, I'm done with plate sticking the other day and thought it was never going to let me go. Oh, I've got this little bit of ink here. Some more. So this is Sumi ink. This is one of my little pots that I make in the salt kiln. Got a big workshop coming up shortly. Lots of demonstrators and buying lots of kilns. So, but of course 2 fire bands are still on. So what I'm going to do is just find that gold and just dance on the surface and just square it off. Not square it off, they're rectangles, but you know what I mean. Outline it is the word I'm looking for. Now you could come